Welcome back guys, this video's quite overdue, but it's time for an update on Patty the Pathfinder. Welcome back to another video guys. Now this one, like I said, is a bit overdue really. Progress has been slower than I thought on the Pathfinder truck. It's quite hard when you've got everything else going on as well. But I'm going to go over a few of the things, the modifications and stuff I've done to the truck in a bit more detail, and what's to come. Right, so a lot of you guys would have seen a few of the modifications I've done video by video. The first main thing I did with the truck was the suspension lift. Now you got two suspension lifts on this. One of them is the terrain tamer, that's the suspension lift, obviously all the way around with springs and shocks. And the other one is the body lift. Body lift kit, I got it from Milner. Don't know branding or anything, but they're basically these kind of silicone body spacers, so you can't go too wrong with them really. So yeah, that was the two lift kits, both 2 inches, so I've got a 4-inch lift altogether on this thing, and that was to fit these tyres in. Now I decided to go back to mud tyres on this after a brief stint with some all-terrains on my Ford Ranger. That's because I want to do some more stuff, some more trips in this. We'll go into that later. So the muds, the BF Goodrich's are 285/70/17s. I think that works out about 33 inches, something like that. And I just got the modular steel wheels. They're called Tough Torque. They're 17-inch by 8-inch. I went a little bit wider than standard. On the front tyres and the front wheels, I can't quite get a full lock, so I have to lock that off, so you can't do that. They will just about hit the subframe on the inside. But yeah, it's always a tough game when you're kind of trying to guess what you can fit in these. You can research as much as you want, but all tyres are different and stuff like that, and body lift kits and everything. You've also got your metric and imperial to mix up there. But I think I did quite a good job, which is thankful because they cost a lot more than I thought. I'll link everything that I ordered below just in case it does help someone else working on a Pathfinder. But I set up the suspension for the weight that I'm going to have on there. So that's the roof tent, which we'll talk about in a second, and the bumpers, which I'm halfway there, as you've probably noticed on the intro there. Now some of you who are new to the channel won't know that I do a lot of camping and stuff, and so roof tent was kind of a must-have for me. I've had one on my last truck, well, 2 different ones on the last truck, and this one is a roof bunk. Now, disclaimer, Roof Bunk provided it to me for free, just to use in videos and stuff like that, and do a video review, which I've not actually done yet, so I'll get round to that, but I've given some insights in some of the camping videos. But yeah, so this is the Roof Bunk, and this is the hard shell pop-up version. Which no doubt brings me to the thing you're curious about the most. And there's this monstrosity on the back here. This is the high clearance bumper from Coastal Off-Road. They are in Canada. So I had to get this thing shipped to a warehouse in the US. And there it went onto a container. They go every month or so. They come over to England and they end up in Essex, which is not too bad of a drive for me to go pick up. Now a few of you remember when I bought this truck I said, oh, this is going to be a budget build. I do want to go to the extreme, but on a budget. I don't know who I was fooling there. This is not a budget build, and this bumper well, this bumper and the truck together pretty much come to the money I made back on selling the Ford Ranger. As you can see, I've optioned this thing as well. So I've got the swing out tyre arm, and I've got the swing out jerry can holder here as well, which is locking. It's got recess for tow bar through the middle there, and you've got shackle mount points as well. So I'll show you how this thing kind of fits together. So first off, we can swing out this one, and then the tyre arm has this spring-loaded lock on it as well. Now my friend Ken at the KJS UK garage helped fit this. He's very talented. I'll link him below. He's in Kent obviously, and he does a lot of work on trucks and classic cars, so custom work mainly. So yeah, so he put this together, welded it up and fit it, which was quite a bit of work. It was obviously flat pack from Canada. I say obviously, I kind of did not read that part. But yeah, and as you can see, I've had it coated in like truck bed paint, because that's pretty hard wearing. Now everything on this went pretty well really, other than when it came to me mounting the wheel on there. Now you can probably see here I've got two spacers, I think they're maybe 40mm, something like that. Now the pictures on their website, they show a wheel that is either this size or bigger, but yeah, it would not open the tailgate with this because it was just too close, it would catch here. So the options were to get rid of the stop point on the hinge there, or reverse mount the wheel, which don't look great, or I found these on eBay, mounted them, and as you can see, it still rubs when it's fully open. If it's slightly turned, it doesn't catch, but it's no biggie. I didn't realise when I ordered it, but it's got these mounting points on here as well. They might be for a high lift jack. I've not actually tried mine on here yet to see if anything kind of lines up. Saying that, mine is not like a real high lift jack, it's just a normal unbranded farm jack. But you could also put a shovel there, other such stuff as well, maybe an axe if you can get away with driving around with an axe on your truck in your country. But yeah, this thing is solid. Now the jerry can holder, as you can see, locks down. I've just got a pissy padlock on there for now, but it's okay for the moment. They're empty at the moment because I'm not on like a long trip. I had to figure out a mounting for the number plate. Just found this surround on Amazon or eBay. Got a square plate and a light, which is side lighting. And if I swing this out, you'll probably be able to see it's just wired with a coiled cord into the light cluster there. So it's quite a nice way of doing it, and that was Ken's idea, not mine. Yeah, so that stretches in and out, and it looks a bit more proper than it would just a dangling wire. But Andy, what's going on the front end here? Well, as you can see, it's still the original bumper, slightly modified for the lift kit. I have actually, after umming and ahhing about the money, ordered the front high clearance steel bumper from Coastal Off-Road. That's a winch mount bumper as well, so should have some fun with that when it comes. That's due, I think, by Christmas, so I'll do another video later down the line, because of that and a few other jobs. We're far from finished here. Yeah, and hopefully the next video will be a complete one. For those of you new around here, I'll show you the setup all popped up. So just them 4 latches. This tent is just so damn easy to put up and down. I absolutely love it. Now I like the folding ones as well. This just worked out better for the Pathfinder because such as the long roof there just made it an ideal choice really. I wouldn't have been able to use much space if I had a folding one up there anyway. Got a rain skirt here, and that just stops any penetration of water all the way around. This is the telescopic ladder for the roof tent. I have to go on this side because of the awning we'll talk about in a second, and it just latches on there. As you can see, the windows all roll up in here, and if I undo them, we've got poles and they pop in a little bit of a rain skirt there as well, and they pop in some holes just down here. It's pretty roomy up in here. I think 2.5 people they say, so 2 adults and a kid, or 2 adults and a dog, something like that. Obviously most of the time I'm in it on my own. I've been in with my girlfriend a couple of times. But we've got pockets, we've got insulation on like the fiberglass, the mats built in, you've got your windows and everything. Absolutely love it in here, and with the canvas and that, it is quite well insulated. It warms up quite nicely just from your body heat. I want to stay here now. Because the ladder being on the other side, the awning is on this side, and it's by direct 4x4. I think this was a 2 metre by 2 metre, so a lot bigger than my last one pickup truck, which only went over the double cab. I think that was 1.5 by 2. So let's get this open and you can have a good look at that. Lifting up the rain cover here, you can see we've just got Velcro straps holding that folded in place. Still a little bit damp from the last time I used it. In the end of the top you have these fold down poles, they're your uprights, and then in the casing of the awning itself you've got your swing out poles. We've got Velcro straps just to strap along the arms there. And just like that, that's the awning up. Now when you've got a longer one like this, you can keep the legs at the length you need when you actually pack them away. It makes it a lot easier for them swing out ones. Mine weren't, I forgot about doing that last time I packed it away, so I struggled a little bit there. I think I've been circled by a military helicopter. Sounds big, like a Chinook or an Apache or something. It's gone. That was quick. Thought I'd get a brew on before going over the rest of the setup and a few other bits and bobs I've done and what I'm going to do. This table and this chair, a bit of the setup, well the table is anyway. I usually take out a bigger, more comfy chair when I'm trucking it. But you've got to think about space if you're going on a long journey, so who knows. It's back. Can't see it because of the cloud. It's a Chinook. Can just about see it on the horizon or tree line. Oh, that's good. Lovely cup of tea. Come up here for the peace and quiet and it gets ruined by a Chinook. Seems to have gone now, it was circling for a while. But yeah, this awning has great coverage. I think it was in this actual spot me and Simon were camping. He had his Land Rover, I had this, and we were both under my tarp in the pouring rain. Yeah, and it was a very pleasant evening. Wow, got my own private air show up here today. It's pretty cool actually. I nearly forgot, although this is pretty mechanically sound, I did replace the whole exhaust system in this other than the DPF. So yeah, all new. On the back of the Pathfinder here we have tailgate opening. All these struts have been replaced. You probably would have noticed how bad they were in older videos. Smooth. Guys, Aeroplane City up here at the moment. So I I think I've shown it, but basically this was a 7-seater and I've removed the other 5 seats. So it's like a commercial vehicle now. The inside is one of the things I need to get to myself. I need panels, insulating panels for the windows. I need a false floor that goes from this height because it steps down. I've got a diesel heater ready to be fitted, and that's going to vent up through the floor. The floor is going to be level all the way over. There's going to be a power bank under there, and there's going to be a custom water tank, which if you're the person that emailed me, I need to get back to you. It's just been a delayed job doing the inside of this, just because I've been using it for things like, as you can see, it's full of logs at the moment. That's because I'm going on a trip up into the Midlands with Owen this weekend, which will be the next video you see probably. Yeah, so there's a few bits and bobs I've got to do inside. It's not a massive job really, but that will basically make it like commercial, flat on the bottom. I'm going to have a mattress that can be full size or half size and build a kitchen unit that can go in there. So if I'm on my own on a trip, go into that in a minute, then I can have like a kitchen and storage unit down one side, bed down the other. It's about 6.5 feet this, plenty of space, and should be a pretty comfortable place to be. Some of you remember that there was a DVD player screen in here when I bought it, also with hookup for PS2. Now that's been removed, and I have a new screen, which I wouldn't have put in otherwise, but a fold down screen. They're so cheap now because of technology moving on, I thought I may as well get one. That's just got a HDMI input, and that's going to cover up all the mess that's in the roof there as well. That's something in progress, we won't talk about that right now. There's probably some stuff I'm missing out. I've done other bits and bobs like the battery and that, but basically I've got the front bumper, the inside, and I've got a snorkel to go on as well, and that's about it really. Saying inside, that's a few jobs in itself, but I'd like to this winter maybe get up to Scotland or Wales in it. Do a week or something, but my target is to get it ready for the spring, head up into Scandinavia, have a bit of a drive around, have a bit of adventure, maybe do some camping trips as well as some vids on this as well. So stay subscribed and watch all of that. I'll also do a video on this complete, I guess, would be the next stage once the bumper and the inside and the snorkel's on and that. And yeah, that's Patty the Pathfinder. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're thinking of getting one of these and doing stuff, I'll link everything below that I can. That table I was just using, I don't know where I got it, I cannot remember. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.